Good morning. Today is Tuesday, November 4th, and I am here for your collective reading for the week. It's been a couple days since I've done a video, since October's Adventures in Tarot Casting has ended, but I do have a plan to go through some of my older spreads because I really enjoyed the practice. So I think November is going to have us seeing those on either a daily or every other day basis. But today I figured we would use the Crystal Hands casting sticker since it has the full moon up here and then the new moon. So it kind of gives us the energy surrounding this full moon that's coming in on, I believe, the 6th. So just in a couple days. Today is November 4th, and in the United States, that means there are elections going countrywide. So please get out and exercise your right to vote. We did our mail-in voting a couple weeks ago, but just a little friendly reminder that it only takes a little bit, and that way your voice can be heard. So let's get right into it. We'll see what energy we're focusing on for this week. What is going to be maybe being released with this full moon, coming to light with the full moon, because as the full moon comes, it's just kind of makes the animals go a bit wonky, but it definitely brings things to their fullness, right? So let's see what we are working with. And I'm using the Felt Tarot for the center energy. And we've got the Two of Swords. I like that. So there's a decision. This is actually a pretty good card for a day that you're exercising your right to make a choice and cast your vote, right? So it's to take that look in the mirror and just really see what is coming to light for you. And it's also one of those cards where it's like you need to calm everything around you in order to think and to make a decision. It could be, something being revealed that is really just... Now's the time. Now's the time. You can't sit any longer with this idea. You need to let it go or make some action on it, right? So on one hand, we have this one, and then on the other, we have that. So these are going to be contributing to this Two of Swords energy, and I'm using my second edition of the Redux deck. These are still on pre-order. They will be shipping the first or second week of December, as that is when the decks are due to arrive. So on one hand, we have the Six of Swords contributing to this energy, and that's telling us that we are really trying to move past whatever turmoil and discord and all the things that have just been going on, maybe renting too much space in our minds. That's weighing heavy on the decision that needs to be made. And then on the other hand, we have the Ten of Pentacles wanting to go forward with the legacy that we are casting, right? Like, what is it that we really want to bring into our world, right? So it's like we have what's being said, the communications over here, and then this is actually our resources, and this is our abundance and our wealth building and our legacy. So it's like when we're going about things this week, we have to sit and think about how it's going to help us move past and maybe bring some abundance for all, right? And what does that look like for you? I can't tell you how to make the decision. I can only tell you that one needs to be made. And so then we have, I'm going to bring in some Felt Tarot for the full moon energy that's being released, and then for the new moon energy that is going to be planted, like something that we are maybe manifesting. We have a jumper for the full moon, and that is the Tower. Wow. And then for the full moon, or the new moon, and we have the Queen of Swords. Okay, so let's throw those there. And so that Tower energy, when it is in a position like this, it's I view it as the voice isn't as loud. However, I feel like it's going to maybe blow the lid off some things, especially in the Tower card, the traditional one, we have the crown being blown off, right? So this full moon energy is really showing everything is coming to a head, and we are just going to liberate. We need to be liberated, right? And then the new moon, we have that Queen of Swords, and it's like, hey, the truth is coming out. We're speaking in our truth. We're acting in our truth. We're walking our talk, right? So bringing in some Lenormand, it's going to tell us how we can, like, I bring them to show the action steps on how this is going to maybe come to a head. I have 2 for the Tower. We've got the Whip and the Heart. And I'm going to put down the other ones, and then we'll talk it through. And we have the Snake and the Moon. That snake still showing up from the demos. So the Whip and the Heart around that Tower is just saying this has been some back and forth, right? This has been some arguing discourse. This has just been like constantly, no matter how hard we try and get away from it, it keeps coming back. And it's showing maybe there's like a level of abuse that we're no longer wanting to deal with. So our heart is saying, this is it. This is the time. We must liberate ourselves, right? And then the full moon is bringing that to light. So it's saying, liberate yourself from this discourse. Follow your heart. You know, your decision is going to, whatever this is, the communications that you're having with yourself or maybe with your most trusted advisors is saying, look, we need to have the calmer pastures, the calmer shores, the calmer water. We're getting past this into a better legacy for all, right? And in order to do that, we have to say goodbye to this discourse and follow our heart and really blow the lid off of it. Planting the seeds for the new moon, which is going to be the cycle that we're going towards, is one of our truth. And, you know, the snake is like, look, there's always going to be those small obstacles and the shady dealings. Like, there's always going to be those who show up to give us the alternative viewpoints. And that's good because it helps us with our critical thinking. And the moon is saying, you know, in this cycle, it's going to be about truth. We're going to be speaking our truths. We're going to be going into, you know, walking that truth. So I'm going to give us some words to check-ins, our guideposts for the week too. We have air, so we have our thoughts, which has been this whole reading is really about what's going on. And in our thoughts, we have conceal. So maybe don't speak your thoughts out loud, right? That goes right with that Two of Swords energy. It's concealing. Like, if you are voting, you don't have to tell anybody who you voted for, and that's what makes this democracy so wonderful. It's like it's just between you and your ballot. But whether you vote is public, but not who you vote for, right? So conceal, and maybe only share your ideas with those people who, you know, wish to see the best for you. You know, I learned a long time ago that the more people you share your dreams with, the more they're allowed to interject their own personal worries onto it. So like when I have a new thing going on in my life, I only share it with some trusted people who I know are going to lift me up. And so that could be like when it comes to your ideas and your thoughts right now, like sitting with them before you blurt them out to the world is probably going to be more beneficial to help you move past whatever this is into your actual legacy of what you want to get into. And then we have the emotions. And that is to be grateful. There is always something to be grateful for. We have the gratitude. Inspiration, we have indelible. So whatever you're inspired to do, know that it's going to be an everlasting mark. And grounding, we have communicate. So to help us ground and get back into our bodies, we need to communicate. So we need to conceal what we're thinking, but communicate what we need, right? And sometimes that's compromise and adaptability. I don't know what you're facing this week, but I hope that you have the time to sit alone and really look at what it could be to help you move past the turmoil and into your better legacy. So yeah, thank you for being here. Be sure to like and subscribe to my channel. Follow me in all the spaces, Instagram, Patreon. I am on Facebook, but I'm not there that often. And if you're new to my world, thank you for being here. Welcome. And if you've been along for the journey the whole time, I truly appreciate you, and I will see you here next week. Thanks. Bye.